Welcome back to Edgework, part of the Hammer Betting Network, presented by FanDuel. I'm Zack Phillips, joined here by Alex Moretto and Matt Alber on this Monday morning to break everything down, look at the games here tonight, give out best bets, answer questions from the chat, all that good stuff. Before we can get into anything, Alber, Yankees, what the hell's going on? Sweep coming or what?
Yeah, thanks for wearing the Dodgers hat today. That game one was pretty tough. Should have found a way to close that out. Bringing in a guy who hasn't pitched in 6 weeks, probably not the correct answer. I mean, that ball was just nuked by Freeman at the end, but I don't know. They're coming back home. I mean, you have to win two. Ideally, they take them all three, but that feels like it's probably not going to happen. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but not getting one of those two on the road is really tough.
Who knows? Maybe you won't even get one.
Yeah, you gotta get one. Yeah, I mean, it was a rough day all around, or a rough couple of days. You look at that, and then obviously we don't even need to get into the Jets. Really, it's I'm getting texts from Boston fans. This is why I hate Boston fans, right? Their teams aren't even. They're none of this has to do. Well, I guess the Patriots do, but the Dodgers has nothing to do with them. And I'm getting texts from Boston fans yesterday. The Patriots are going to go 4-13. The Red Sox haven't played a meaningful game since 29.
The Jets also might go 4-13.
Yeah, I was just saying the Jets might be there with them, but and I'm getting texts from Patriots fans oh, you guys I know we suck. I get it. You don't need to tell me that. So do you. Congratulations, but not a great sports day.
Not great, but is it a good bed day? Or you got the bed in check? What's going on there?
You tell me.
Oh wow! At least
better. I literally noticed no difference between this and last week. So if that's considered better, then I don't know.
That's better. That's better.
The baseline is so low. The bar is so low that
that's literally the exact same thing.
No, that's much better. That's much better. And
you know what else is better? You're not wearing your lime green shirt today.
That would be.
You want me to start wearing that? I could start wearing.
Yes.
Yeah, please wear it on the show. That would be better. But we know what else is better. The NHL is back, and FanDuel is bringing more action than ever because everyone knows hockey just hits different. Load up power play with the hottest same game parlays found on the Parlay Hub. Lace them up and follow your bets to player prop tracking, or bet on the fly with the Pulse. The hunt for the cup starts here. You can get more from the NHL with FanDuel, North America's #1 sportsbook. The hunt for the cup starts here. You can get more from the NHL. Oh, I read that part again. Great. Right now, new customers kick off the season with $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Just place any $5 bet and you'll get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Disclaimer, please play responsibly. You must be 19 plus, physically located in Ontario. Gambling problem, call 1-866-531-2600. That's 1-866-531-2600 or visit connectsontario.ca. Guys, huge slate here today, so we'll get to thank you. Other than the fact that I absolutely Ron Burgundy myself reading the same part.
It's Monday for all of us.
Watching too much Brad Powers, on Hit the Books.
I know.
What I hear is Moretto's offering to do the read next time.
Yeah, that will go horribly.
Moretto can do the read if he likes, but I don't want to put that on
Also, before we start, you said huge slate tonight or big slate tonight. We shit on the NHL a lot, but I want to give them a little bit of credit here because this week is fantastic. We go 8 games, 7 games, 6 games, 7 games, 6 games, whatever, 12 on Saturday and then another 7 on Sunday. So they actually spread it out and we have a reasonable amount of hockey every day, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And tonight they're kind of staggered too. 2-7, 2-7-30, 2-9, 2-10.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
They did a good job today. We can give them
coming around.
Yeah, if you're gonna do this after we roast you for all the nonsense that they do, we'll at least give them the credit for doing something right like this one here. So yeah, kudos to them. This one feels like a pretty good week ahead of us here for NHL games, and that would start with today where we've got a loaded schedule. We'll kind of go through these ones a little bit more on the pace of the Frozen Frenzy. For those of you wondering in the chat, where we kind of pull up the game, you got something, you don't got something, we move on, keep it rolling. If you guys have questions in the chat though, as we get to the game, ask them, and we will take that time and answer them there. If there's something important for you guys as well. Goal scorers at the end, send them. We'll pick 4. Let's go with 4 or 5 from the chat, and anything you guys may have yourselves as well, and we'll put something together and hopefully win some money here tonight. Let's start Edmonton, Columbus. The Blue Jackets hosting the Oilers, and right now on FanDuel we see the Blue Jackets plus 205, the Oilers minus 255, total of 6.5, minus 120 to the over. Moretto, you first. Anything for us between the Oilers and the Blue Jackets?
So I'm going to go with the timing isn't great here because I do think we'll still see a better number throughout the rest of the market. Like I'm sure the rest of the market will react. There's one book that has already taken money towards the over, which I was expecting. It's Merzlikins tonight for Columbus, but at the end of the day, the Jackets are just a dead under team for me. They're very challenged offensively, and they've been good defensively, very good. Oilers on a back-to-back here, which is, I think, conducive to a bit more of a, maybe the offense is a little lazier, a little tired. Against good teams, though, like the Oilers are comfortable playing this run and gun type of hockey, but they are comfortable, playing more low event games against these bad teams. They're able to get in these sort of lulls, which I think we'll see against the Columbus team. And this total is just it's a little inflated because the Columbus games have been higher scoring than they should be. They've been some very misleading finals. So I think this we shouldn't be getting plus money on this 6.5. The fact that we're up to like plus 111 in one spot is a bit generous, and I have to get on that. I'll do it for a half unit because Merzlikins does scare me a little bit. But I mean, we are going to get Skinner because Picard went last night. So, but a half unit on the under here. Plus money is fine anywhere. If you give me a plus 100, that's fine. I'll take it. But
yeah,
I know what we'd end up getting a lot better than that in probably 30, 40 minutes. So
okay,
if you're watching this and you want to wait or shop around, you can definitely get better than the plus 100.
Okay, so for people in chat, if you're wanting to wait and try to time numbers and get the best of that, then that's a way to go. For us here on the show, because this is the timing of this and how we have to go about it. Under 6.5 plus 100, half unit locked in under Moretto here for the first play of the day. Alber, anything to add in this one?
Yeah, I certainly get the look. I'm definitely not betting over here. I mean, you're also getting on the back end of the back-to-back here. You're getting Skinner for the Oilers, which usually go the other way and play the starter first. They went back up first. So you're getting the better goalie here for Edmonton. I just look at, I mean, and I agree with Columbus being a dead under team. Like I was on that under kind of Saturday night against Nashville. That had no reason going over. Edmonton, like shooting regression's coming for them. And that's just not something I'm trying to step in front of right now. Like they're not going to end the season shooting like 4% or whatever they are at 5-on-5 at this point. So I'm just not looking to get in front of this against a Columbus team that, while they're offensively challenged, like I don't think anyone would be surprised if the Oilers put up 5-6 goals here, certainly against Merzlikins. So I get the look. I'm just not going to step in front of it right now.
Okay, there you go. One down. Next 7:00 game, we have the Panthers and the Sabres. Florida minus 154 on the road. Buffalo plus 128. 6.5 here in this one on FanDuel, plus 106 to the over. Alber, are you firing away here in this one?
So my initial look here was to play the under. I did not play that because I want to wait and see what the market does that Barkov's announced in. But I also don't know that I necessarily want to step in front of Florida as kind of the under team I'd viewed them as without Barkov or Tkachuk. So there's too many variables for that. Now, as far as this side, I'm certainly closer to Buffalo. But again, I want to see if we kind of get a better number as Barkov is officially announced in. I think it's kind of a foregone conclusion at this point. He probably is. But if Buffalo gets up into that, like, 135, 140, even Tato gets over 140 maybe after a Barkov announcement, I'd play Buffalo. But otherwise, I'm going to be sitting out.
So you're just waiting for an official announcement here. Like Charles says in the chat, sounds like Barkov is playing tonight. Tkachuk definitely playing.
Yeah, I definitely think he's in. I just, at this point, like the market, we've talked about the market so many times. I don't know if the market's going to react to that. I don't think it should, but like if it does, then I'll come back the other way with Buffalo. As far as the under goes, like I just need to see what they're going to play like with Barkov and Chuck, because without them, they've been kind of offensively challenged at times. But I'm just not looking to kind of play that guessing game right now.
Okay. Anything to add for you, Moretto?
No, two teams that I am pretty high on that I like quite a bit, but I would love to get on Buffalo here, but like I'm not down to step in front of this Florida train right now. They're playing so well. Until they start to like tail off a little bit and get into that, which I'm sure is coming, that like midseason lull, we're like, okay, we're proving that we are, we're cup champs, we're still here. Clearly they're playing with a little chip on their shoulder still, which is great to see. Good for them. But yeah, and also like another thing here that kind of gets me not wanting to bet Buffalo, the fact that their power play is just awful right now. They're like last in the NHL. It looks terrible. They're generating nothing. They're at like 3% right now, which is wild. And that's a very good Panthers penalty kill. So I think it's huge special teams edge for Florida in this game, which is also I don't even know if that's necessarily fully baked in here, but Owen Power's back, it sounds like, for Buffalo, which is good. He was battling an illness, but yeah, nothing here.
Yep.
Everything's good for me.
All right, keep moving. The Amazon Prime game here tonight. Leafs Jets. Maple Leafs -104. The Jets -115 and +106 over 6.5 right now here on FanDuel as well. Moretto, back to you. You're looking at something in this one that you're gonna find personally disgusting, aren't you?
Yeah, wipe that smile off your face here. But no, I talked about last week how I wanted to fade the Jets. Just been waiting for the right team, kind of the right number, and that was not the Kraken for me on Thursday. I let so money take that bullet. And then I know Rob gave out the Flames as his best bet on Saturday. I wasn't looking to get involved on that one either. Just been waiting, and I think now I kind of have my spot here on the Leafs. So I am on the Leafs tonight. Jets just not playing great hockey. Obviously they keep on winning, but the other shoe is going to drop very soon. Plus money is gone, unfortunately, but that's fine. We'll go up to -105 is all right. I'll do it.
There's a lot of those out there, by the way.
Yeah, there's the 105s are painted across the market here. I think that's like worst price available actually right now. So everything is right in line with that. So yeah, that's fine. I'm a little concerned about the fact that like this Leafs team is kind of turned into a one-line team. Like they cannot get anything going outside of that Matthews, Marner, Nyes line. It's pretty bad. Nylander looks like he's mailed it in after signing that contract a little bit. Tavares, age is kind of catching up with him, but like I still like the matchup here for the Leafs. And the thing about the Leafs team is I think they're still like incredibly predictable. Doesn't matter who the coaching staff is. Clearly, nothing's really changed here. Where like you lose to some bad teams, lose to the Bruins again, and now this is a spot where everyone's like, "Oh, I don't know, the Leafs like panic," and of course now they're going to probably come back, put in a great performance against an unbeaten Jets team that is due for regression, but no one really cares because they're just going to see that like 7-8-0 record or whatever, and be like, "Yep, Leafs are back." So this is just one of those very, very good spots that I like to back the Leafs in. I think they profile incredibly similar to this Jets team. They're just a slightly better version of the Jets where they, maybe the underlying numbers aren't always the best, but they have that elite scoring up front. So yeah, biggest concern I have would be special teams, but again, hopefully a lot of this game can be played at 5-on-5. And if this game will be played at 5-on-5, I feel good about the Leafs here.
Leafs money line in -104. Any other additions, any best bets in this one for you, Alber?
Double best bet, Toronto Maple Leafs.
Boy.
We've been looking for a spot to fade the Jets. At first I wasn't fully on board, kind of got talked into it. Yeah, like he touched on it very well. Like this Jets team regression is coming. Kind of looking for the spot. Toronto, like they are predictable. Like we even talked about it last week. Like, okay, we joked about it offline. I think it was like, oh, they're gonna lose to Columbus. Like we know, well, they lost to Columbus. Mm-hmm. Well, they're not gonna beat the Bruins. They never beat the Bruins. Well, they didn't beat the Bruins. Now it's the one everyone's kind of out on them. Now's the time they come around and have a good performance against a Jets team that, like, frankly, has not been playing good. And like lucky to certainly beat like the Blues last week. Like, kind of had that crazy game with the Flames the other night. Like, this just kind of screams like Toronto comes out and beats them because I do think Toronto's the better team.
Okay, so nothing for you in this one here, but other than what we already have with the money line, which we best bet on. So
else.
-104 locked in as another best bet in this game. That's 3 games down, a few more to go here on the schedule tonight. Let's go to one of Moretto's old favorite teams, the Nashville Predators. No longer a Predator, though. Sad to see him go. Preds plus 112, Lightning minus 134, 6.5 the total here on FanDuel. Alber, what do you got for us?
He's going to turn me into a damn Predator this year. I'm not on the Predators tonight. I am on the under. I just still think this is an under team. I'm there with Tampa too. Saros is going to turn it around. Like, he has not been great so far. Like, they're just still playing pretty low event hockey as a whole. As far as Tampa goes, like, they're not, like, their scoring is kind of out of control right now. Like, they're not generating what they're putting in the net at this point. So I just think, like, the issue for them has kind of been getting saves from Vasilevsky at times, who may be starting to turn a corner here. Both these teams are playing pretty low event, minus 122. Yeah, maybe good for a half unit, but like I certainly like this under here. I played it at a number that's not minus 122.
What number would you be looking for else out there?
Yeah, there is better out there, I think, too. Ideally minus 115 or better.
Okay. We can do you a minus 115.
Yeah,
we'll lock that in. All right, minus 115. Do you have half unit again still in this, or do you want to go full unit on that?
Go full unit on that.
Full unit, Nashville, Tampa, under 6.5, minus 115. Anything else for you, Moretto?
Yeah, you can tag me in that as well, because I am on the under here too. We summed it up pretty good, but yeah, both teams that are just playing really good defense and mediocre offense at 5-on-5. Neither power play is really clicking. Lightning are adjusting to no Stamkos, no Sergachev, whereas the Preds are trying to figure out a way to properly incorporate Stamkos and use him the right way on that power play. It just hasn't been happening. Vasilevsky, we saw the turnaround game. It was really good against Washington, back to himself. No concern, as expected. Saros looking great again. We should get the Saros-Vasilevsky matchup, which is, a dream for a 6.5 total. So yeah, I'm good with it. I agree though that like these minus 120s aren't exactly the most preferred price. That would be like the very edge of the range there. If you can get better, that would be the way to go.
Okay.
And I look at Tampa, right? Like these are obviously good players, but like points shooting 38%, Hagel shooting 32%, Kucherov shooting 26%. Like obviously very good scoring talent, but those numbers are simply not sustainable.
On the the other side, on the flip side, to be fair, the Preds are shooting like 4%.
Nashville's
so
low.
They can both kind of even out a little bit. Another thing to monitor is that I don't think this is anything. Like I think this is basically just noise, not news whatsoever. But there is no Kucherov and no Hagel at morning skate for Tampa this morning, which is very likely just maintenance, but nothing's been said about it yet. So until we get that confirmation, there's like the smallest possibility that it's something else, but I wouldn't think that anything that comes of that would just be good for the under though. But I obviously expect both to play.
Yeah. That makes sense. There you go. There's 3 best bets of the first 4 games locked in. 2 of them are double best bets. Make of that what you will. Blackhawks, Avalanche, next game up on the schedule here. Plus 188 for the Blackhawks on the road. Avalanche minus 230. Total of 6.5 here on FanDuel. Yet again, minus 10 to either side. Moretto, back to you. Any bets in this game?
Sickening that I lost that. I was on the Avs under last night, and it was 2-0 with 11 minutes to go in the game, under 6.5, and it finishes 5-4. Yeah, I'm taking a break from this Avs team right now. I'm not getting back in tonight. I don't want. I think that these numbers are fine. Just skip past this one. I don't even want to talk about the Avs.
That's completely justifiable. Alber, are you skipping past this one?
Yeah, I just don't really get what either of these teams are right now. Like I think the Avs are still great. Like we've talked about the Blackhawks kind of being better than expected. Like I don't really know what they are right now either. So I'm not kind of playing this unless I really like something. I mean, I lean to the under here as well too, but I'm not playing it. No.
Well, the Blackhawks are pretty much just hanging out until free agency next year when they sign that kid from Toronto.
Connor McDavid?
The one playing for the Leafs right now, I meant.
Mitchell.
Yeah, that's the hope. That would be the hope. All right, keep moving. San Jose, Utah up next here. We got the Sharks plus 210, Utah minus 260, total 5.5, minus 140 over 5.5 here though on FanDuel right now. Certain I haven't even actually looked, so I should have done my due diligence, but I'm certain there's sixes out there on some other books as of right now. Alber, do you got any bets in this one tonight?
I have not played anything at this point. I know Moretto has a play that I do agree with. As far as the side goes, man, if the puck line on San Jose gets to plus money, it's intriguing. I don't know that I can do it, but they've actually been playing okay. Like, I get that they don't really have the finishing talent up front, but like, they haven't just been getting pillaged in every single game. Like, they're actually kind of hanging in there. Definitely more than the least their scoreline suggests. I don't know if I have the balls to do it. The answer is probably not, but like, it's certainly kind of getting intriguing if we get the plus 1.5 towards plus money. I know Utah just got hit. I don't think it's going to get there, but if it does, I'm at least going to think about it.
Okay, fair enough. Moretto, you're more than thinking about it?
No, I'm not thinking about that. Well, man, the game, not the puck line.
That. Not the puck line.
Yeah. I'm on the over in this game, over 6. There's 110s pretty much painted across the board. There's slightly better than that if you shop around, but like 110 is fine. That's basically the number everywhere. So yeah, Sharks are generating offense again. Like they're figuring it out a little bit. They're finishing obviously not great. They don't necessarily have the talent up front for that to convert a high amount of their chances. But like defensively, Utah hasn't been very good, and they've got injuries on the back end. They're not getting the goaltending. And Utah, we've seen them play some very like lower scoring games, but like they're a very matchup dependent team for me. So against teams they're better than or on par with, the offense kind of cooks, and like they generate a ton, and they're scoring goals at a high rate. Against good teams, it gets a little dicier. Like they just went through a gauntlet of the Bruins, Sens, Avs, and Kings, and like all very good defensive teams and under teams, and that translated to those final scores. So this is a very big step down in class now against the Sharks, where they should have their way offensively, where the Sharks are they're limiting nothing. Like it's just a free for all right now. And Utah's content playing that way against bad teams, and I think that's the way they want to play against bad teams. So I think this should be a pretty high event game. Teams will trade chances back and forth. It doesn't matter who starts in net for either team right now. Doesn't scare me. So I think this is just a breakout spot for Utah offensively. Sharks should get theirs over 6.
Over 6, minus 110. Added to the sheet here under Moretto's name. We got 2 more games left on the schedule. Next one up, Hurricanes, Canucks. We got the Hurricanes minus 132 on the road. Canucks plus 110. 5.5 total on FanDuel yet again, minus 132. Moretto, are you a Canuck tonight?
I'm not. Man, I do think they're maybe slightly undervalued, but this Canes team looks so good. They're playing awesome right now. They're like, doesn't matter who the opponent is, every single night they're turning in a great performance, and they have had an easier schedule so far. So this is a big step up. So it would be like right now at this number, it would be Canucks or nothing for me, but I'm just not trying to step in front of Carolina. I think this team is still awesome. And I think they'll have an edge in goal here too. And that's considerable in what potentially could be a bit of a lower scoring game. Under took some money, which I do agree with, but I wasn't going to bet it at where it was either. It was more just a lean at that point. So yeah, I got nothing here, but lean Vancouver under, but I'm not playing anything at these numbers.
Okay. Don't have to. Albert, you got anything in this one?
No, I don't either. I think the number is getting closer to interested in Vancouver. I mean, the Canes are taking money every day. Like at this point, like if you want to bet the Canes, you got to do it early. If you want to fade the Canes, you may as well just wait until like lunchtime or the middle of the afternoon. But no, I'm not interested in this one.
All right, as we go to our final game here, I just want to remind people in the chat, if you haven't, send your goal scores if you've got any. Send your goal scores. We'll break down this last game, answer any questions, and then we will get to the ones that you guys have. We'll try to put together a few for tonight's games and put together our anytime goal scorer parlay and see what we can come up with there. That'll potentially start us off on the right foot here to start the week as well. I'm going to remind everybody, like, the stream here today. And on top of that, don't just like the stream, but go and support us across the other channels. We've got Circled Back coming out tomorrow morning. There's been a lot of stuff that has happened in gambling Twitter over the last, I don't know, what, week or so. Some important things that have gone on in the gambling space.
Mathis things.
You can guarantee those things will be covered. That'll be coming out tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. right here, or not right here, but part of the Hammer Betting Network on the Circles Off channel. So subscribe there, turn on notifications. Coming out later in the week, another episode of Circles Off. Later today, hit the books. You'll find Alber in the chat over there, pestering away, trying to bug Joey Kanish in the chat live. You can find us all doing that. So make sure to check that out later today as well. Forward Progress, watch along for tonight's game. So lots of content continuing to come up across the network all day today. Subscribe to the channels, turn on notifications. We appreciate the support, but yeah, continue to do that.
Let's get to the final game. Let's send some Utah and Colorado players here too. Let's try and get some of those guys in.
Okay, that likely makes the most sense considering the speech that you gave last week too, Moretto, about how people are sending these ones on teams that are dogs in totals of 5.5 games.
Yeah,
you're not looking for all Jackets, Blackhawks, and Sharks.
No, not particularly. All right, here we go. Let's go. Flames, Golden Knights. Flames plus 136, Golden Knights minus 164, total of 6.5. Yet again, minus 118. To the under. Moretto, do you got anything for us in this one?
No, I don't. Honestly, like, depending on how cheap this gets, I could. No, I don't. Calgary's taking a ton of money. Like, the market loves Calgary. It's back-to-back games they bet them, and I can't. I think this team is shit. They're playing terrible. They're turning in awful performances, and they keep getting backed on a nightly basis. It doesn't really make sense to me, but like, Vegas also doesn't look good. So not necessarily a team I wanted back here. So I can maybe get it in terms of like a Vegas fade. And I guess the other night, maybe it was a Winnipeg fade. The market just so happens that it's Calgary on the other side of these. And as opposed to like support for Calgary, I don't know. We'll see if it continues, but I'm not interested in getting involved there. The way Vegas is playing right now, you can only bet overs in their games, but like Calgary's also generating nothing. They're converting a high amount of their chances, which is going to regress, but yeah, they're generating nothing. So I'm not looking to bet an over with Calgary either. So I just have nothing overall here.
Okay. Alber, you got anything?
Yeah, I wish that this was a better team, or Vegas was playing better than they are right now. Because I just am not with, if this is a pro Calgary like buy here, I don't understand it at all. I've backed Vegas recently, felt lucky to maybe win one of those, but like they're not playing well at all. They're allowing a lot. They're not really generating much. Certainly closer to Vegas. No opinion on the total, but nah, I'm got nothing here.
All right. Nothing in this game. Let's go to our anytime goal scorers, and we'll fire through these and try to put something together here for tonight's games. Anything else that we've got, or you guys have in the chat, send them. Let's start with Charles. Also, I just want to say, Charles did ask a futures question, and there's another futures one there about like a weekly or semi-regular award / futures. Very happy to get into those and find another day to do that. Just going to be real honest and pull behind the curtain here. I have like 3 other shows that we have to get to today, and one of them involves leaving here and going to the office in between. So time is a little bit tighter for me today. Not the ideal day to spend an hour banging out futures questions and adding to the portfolio. I'll just be real transparent with that. That's kind of the issue I have right now for myself. So another day, 100%. Tomorrow, maybe
Wednesday. We'll look into futures again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Albert and I look
I
into
think it's something that
Wednesday.
I think it's something that we kind of want to do anyway, and like we're both going to be betting a good amount of them. So I think as they come up, we'll kind of talk about them. Like I can at least speak for myself. Like I have not added anything new since last week, so I'd have nothing to talk about. But
betting futures throughout the year is great, but I think we're still a little bit too early in the season. Also, right now, where like the market really hasn't changed all that much. And maybe it has. Maybe I'm wrong and I'm not looking close enough. But yeah, I think we'll definitely get to this stuff as it goes on for sure.
Yeah, just want to be honest. We're not skipping them. We're not pretending that they don't exist. They're just it's time. It's a time issue. Okay, let's get to goal scorer. Let's get to our goal scorers here right now. Start with Charles. Aho or Jarvis? Need a Canes player here tonight. Let's see. Either of those are your preference here, guys, in this game.
Sorry, say that again. I was just trying to. That's
Aho or Jarvis? Yeah, you're good.
Jarvis for me at plus 260.
Yeah, our Aho is plus 165 right now, and Jarvis is, as you said, 260.
Yeah,
260 is also best price in market.
Best price by a mile. That's best price in market.
Yeah, Jarvis.
Okay, Jarvis is in. There you go. First one. Some of these guys, I don't know about you, but I just like forget which teams some of these people are on. There's just like a grace period at the beginning of the year where I just can't remember if they've moved or not. Nino Ryder. Where's he right now?
Nino Ryder's in Winnipeg. He scored a bunch of goals early in the year. He scored some big preseason goals for me too. I
kind of blanked on that one too because it feels like he's played for half the NHL at this point.
Yeah,
I'm on. I'm on the Leafs. I'm on the Leafs tonight. So as much as it pains me to even have those words come out of my mouth, I'm out on Nino Ryder here. I do love Nino as a player though. Absolutely love him.
You want a suggestion in this one, possibly? I think I'm gonna double check this right now. Matthews plus 100.
I was gonna say Matthews plus money was the one that kind of stood out to me here. We like the Leafs.
Right, do it.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
You got it.
Moretto is
Matthews plus 100.
Austin. What is it? Alex Matthews.
Enough.
Moretto.
Move on. Next.
We got some pictures. We got some pictures. We could.
Oh my god. Next suggestion.
Zach's gotta go. Sam Rossine says Eklund plus 340.
I prefer Utah.
Yeah, player. I prefer Utah. So let's hold off on that.
That's a great price. Actually, plus 340 at FanDuel. Rest of the market's mostly like 250 to 300. But yeah, I'd still prefer a Utah guy here.
Michelli. Sam also said, or Dr. Flush, sorry, I said Michelli.
What's his price?
He is 420.
Be down for that.
Okay. You want to add that one in?
Sure.
Okay.
Do it.
Michelli in the Utah game. That Eklund one is a very good price though for people.
It is a good price, yeah.
Very good price. But we're just based on narrative of what we're looking for here today. Michelli 420 in. Okay, that is at 3. We've got a couple more suggestions here. So let's go. These are the 3 remaining. We'll try to pick one of the 3, and if there's another one that you guys really like, we can add it, and then we can go to 5. So I'll read all 3 of them. Jolly Chan, Hyman, he's due. Sam again, Middlestat plus 260, keeps it rolling tonight. And Jordan, Jason Zucker plus 370. Those are the 3. Hyman, Middlestat, Zucker. Is there one of those 3 that you guys like more than the others?
I mean,
I'm drawing the blank with who Zucker plays for at this point. That blank. I'm drawing. Is that Buffalo?
He's Buffalo. Yeah. The thing with Hyman is like I think he is due, but
I don't like
it. Bet on a guy who's like just not scoring at all right now. Yeah, plus 125. It's kind of tough.
And then as for
I'm down for Middlestat because he is on a tear right now, and I do think there'll be plenty of chances for them to score goals against Chicago. Yeah. I'm down for Middlestat. We asked for Colorado players. Someone sent a Colorado player. We can't turn that down now.
Yeah, no, it's in. Middlestat in. So there you go. That's 4. Do we want to add anything else? We have the Zucker suggestion.
Stamkos for the narrative here.
Albert, I didn't see Stamkos' name once.
No, it is in there.
Is it?
Yeah,
I've seen it at least twice.
Charles said it a couple times.
Okay.
Maybe it was Charles a couple times.
Okay, there you go. Thank you.
And then
we want to add that? Okay, yeah, you said
no, I don't. But I mean, I agree with.
I don't like.
If we don't put him in, he's scoring tonight. Yes, that's fair. I mean, if we put him in, he's not scoring tonight. Plus 185.
I don't love the number.
I'm down to go full narrative here and just.
All right, he's in.
Narrative's in.
Narrative's in.
Why not?
Yeah, and Charles is right. If we don't put him in, he scores.
And I'd rather put him in to ensure he doesn't score and helps our under a little bit. a little reverse jinx here, you know?
Okay, there you go. So if you're looking on screen right now, God, this is $10. Pays 3,800 there. These are the 5 goal scorers for tonight. Seth Jarvis plus 260. Austin Matthews, the rare plus money on him. Matthias Michelli plus 420. We asked for Utah players, we got him. Casey Middlestat, we asked for Colorado players, we got him. Middlestat plus 260. And finally, for the narrative, Stamkos plus 185 anytime goal. That is it for our anytime goal scorer parlay. Those are the 5 that we've got in. Round robin these, parlay them however you guys want to go about it. But that's the one we've got on deck tonight. Feels like today is the winner. If you guys are watching right now and you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe here to the channel. Let's recap our best bets before we get out of here. So best bets for tonight's games, we've got 4 of them for sides and totals. 4 of them. We're going to go Oilers, Blue Jackets, under 6.5 plus 100. Half unit on that one. Oilers, Blue Jackets, under 6.5 plus 100. Leafs money line, minus 104. Full unit there. Preds, Bolts, under 6.5, minus 115. And then finally, Sharks, Utah, over 6, minus 110. Those are our 4 best bets for sides and totals tonight. Recap quickly. Goal scorers, Seth Jarvis, Austin Matthews, Matthias Michelli, Casey Middlestat, Steven Stamkos. Those are your 5 goal scorers for tonight's games. That'll do it. You guys got anything else to add here before we get out of the show today?
Cole Caulfield.
Yeah, okay. That's
the Rocket. Charles wanted futures, good to minus 20. Minus 120. All right. That is 8 goals in 8 games. Also hit a post last night. He might hit 80. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to following that along. If you don't bet Caulfield Rocket now, you're just not going to be along for the ride, and there's no fun. So join this ride. It's a great time. And Habs ears back on.
At least the Rangers are good.
4-point weekend. It's a 4-point weekend, Zach.
All right. That'll do.
Why did we let him say this dumb shit?
I mean, you gave me the floor.
I did. That's fair. It's all fair. I gave the floor. That'll do it for today. As I said, a reminder, there's a lot of content coming up. Some of it live, some of it pre-recorded, but it'll be coming out across channels. Circles off, subscribe over there, hit the books, 5 o'clock back again today live. And then as well later today, Forward Progress watch along for the Monday Night Football game. You can be sure to find eColt in the chat there as well. So make sure to subscribe here to the channels. We appreciate all the support. Like the stream here today. That'll do it for us. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time for more picks, more previews, predictions, all that kind of stuff. Enjoy the games tonight. Good luck on your bets.